is Veena from Paratha Cake, the channel that's about baking and much more. Here's where you'll find quick and tasty recipes for new cooks and those with less time to spend in the kitchen. And if you're looking for authentic ingredient proportions and all the essential instructions for each recipe, you've come to the right place. Okay then, let's get cracking with today's recipe. Welcome back. Today I have a tasty breakfast snack for you, a popular dish from North India, aloo parathas. These are traditionally enjoyed with yogurt and pickle, but you could also have them with your favorite chutney or chili sauce or even tomato ketchup. I'm going to show you how to make these from scratch, right from kneading the dough. But the most difficult and also the most essential part of making aloo parathas is getting the filling to spread to the outer edges and not remain confined to the center. Unless you're used to making chapatis and parathas, it would require a lot of practice to get this right. But today, I'm going to show you an easier and faster way of making aloo parathas. Even new cooks will be able to make these and get them right. You absolutely won't have to worry about the filling not spreading uniformly inside. And you're going to see exactly how easily you'll be able to make aloo parathas right here at Paratha Cake. For the outer covering of the parathas, we'll need whole wheat flour or atta, cooking oil, salt and warm water. And for the filling, we'll need boiled and peeled potatoes, green chilies and onion, cumin seeds, asafoetida or hing, turmeric powder, ground cumin, chaat masala, sugar, lime juice, salt, ghee and oil for frying the parathas. The link to the ingredients and the recipe details is in the description box below. We'll begin by mashing the boiled and peeled potatoes. This is the size of potatoes we are using today. To mash potatoes, I prefer to use one of my favorite kitchen tools, a fork. It gets the job done and is so easy to wash and put away afterwards. And if you mash the potatoes while they're still warm, you'll be done with the mashing in no time. But of course, you can also use a potato masher or a grater to do this. Let's start preparing the filling. It will take barely 10 minutes to prepare it. Here I've added 1.5 tablespoons of pure ghee to a pan. Ghee makes the filling even tastier. I've adjusted the heat to medium and will now add 3 finely chopped green chilies to the ghee and saute these for a few seconds. Next, let's add a medium-sized finely chopped onion to the pan. We'll saute the onions till they are soft and slightly browned. I'll now throw in 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of hing and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I didn't add the cumin seeds earlier because I didn't want them to get burnt whilst I was frying the onions. Let's mix everything well and then add the mashed potatoes. At this stage, I'll reduce the heat and mix the potatoes well with the other ingredients. Now let's add 2 teaspoons of chaat masala, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of lime juice and 1 teaspoon of powdered sugar. Let's mix all of this well for a couple of minutes. I usually prepare the potato filling the previous night and keep it in the fridge to save time while preparing breakfast the next morning. I'll now turn off the heat. We need to taste this filling before adding the salt because chaat masala too is salty. I think the filling could do with just a little bit of salt, maybe less than half a teaspoon. Okay, our quick and tasty filling is ready. We'll now set it aside to let it cool and start preparing the dough for the outer covering. I'll transfer 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour or atta to a large bowl. and to it I'll add 1.5 teaspoons of oil and half a teaspoon of salt. We'll need around 3/4 of a cup or a little less of warm water to prepare the dough. Here I have a little more than half a cup of warm water. But we'll add just half a cup to start with and begin kneading the dough. We'll add more water a little at a time till we have a smooth dough that's not too soft and not too hard, somewhat like chapati dough. I now have around 2 more tablespoons of water in this measuring jug, but we'll add just around a teaspoon at a time to the dough. Now don't knead it like bread dough, knead it exactly the way I'm doing it. Our dough is now ready. In all, I could have added around half a cup and 3 tablespoons of water to prepare the dough. I'll now coat the dough ball with a little oil, cover it and let it rest for around 10 minutes. Now let's start making the aloo parathas. I'll first divide the dough into 9 parts. I've shaped each portion into a small flat disc. Let's also roughly divide the potato filling into 9 parts. I'll now dust the rolling board with a little flour and start rolling the first paratha. Normally, even as I fry one paratha, I roll out the next one. But that won't be possible today. So I'll roll 3 parathas and then fry them one by one. Now this is how you'll have to roll out the dough. You need to roll it thinly and evenly into an oblong shape. This is around 8 inches long and 5 inches wide. Check that you've rolled the dough out evenly. Take one portion of the filling and spread it across the lower half of the rolled out dough. Spread it almost to the edges. Fold the top half of the disc over the filling and press the curved edges together to seal in the filling. The paratha will now have the shape of a semicircle. Dust both its sides with flour and applying light pressure, move the rolling pin over the paratha, drawing out the curved edge and flattening the fold too, till the paratha is now roughly 9 inches by 5 inches in size. We'll now transfer it to a flour dusted thali. Let's roll out and fill 2 more parathas similarly. Don't roll out more than 3 parathas at one time in advance, or they might get too sticky to handle. I've drizzled about half a teaspoon of oil on a hot non-stick pan and will now start frying the parathas on medium heat. I'll transfer the first one to the pan. After a minute or so, I'll drizzle a little oil on the upper side of the paratha and flip it over. We'll fry the other side till it too develops brown spots, drizzle some oil on the pan and on the top of the paratha and flip it one more time. Fry both sides, adding more oil if necessary and moving the paratha around on the pan so that it gets fried evenly. Finally, transfer it to a paper towel lined tray or thali. Let's fry one more paratha the same way. Just remember the parathas have to be fried on medium heat throughout. Here are all 9 parathas. Let me show you how soft they are. I assure you, if you follow my simplified method, all your parathas will be super soft, just like these. I also have another suggestion for you. You could also divide the same quantity of dough into 12 balls and make smaller parathas like this one. It's around 7 inches by 4.5 inches in size. Here I have both sizes side by side so you can see how they compare. Parathas can be had not just for breakfast but also for lunch or dinner. This is a no-fail recipe. Besides, these aloo parathas are so tasty and so easy to make, you'll want to make them again and again. Hope you enjoyed today's video and do stop by again for yet another quick and tasty recipe. Till then, take care, happy cooking!